Hello and welcome to the show. Now we start this week's Failrace episode on GTA 5 with a simple mission to deliver a van full of supplies. However, said van is very bizarre. So there's something about these vehicles, and it's something to do with the rear doors that cause physics to give up. Essentially, the van was driving fine when they initially stole it, but when the doors close, the gravity stops applying to it in a very bizarre way. First of all, lifting the back of the van up completely, and then it kind of spins its way forward. And I have seen this before. We had another clip a little while ago with a van acting weird this way. Somewhere this is even weirder because it actually started off okay, and then it's just completely and utterly forgotten how gravity works. The back just wanting to periodically lift up. It does every so often kind of come back down again. In fact, actually, this clip is a lot longer. I kind of cut it down because the van acts very weird for a long time and it continues to spin around, and yeah, that's not how gravity works at all. Shadow is up next on GTA 5. More straightforward. Just, you never know when a flying level 8 might appear. Don't know what caused the wheelie. Presumes it's just fantastically wacky. Just sudden, wheeling car. Road up next on FarCry. FarCry 5 here, managing to take out the driver of a truck with a flamethrower, which is quite impressive, and then the truck's decided it has also had enough of the laws of physics and gravity and all that. Yes, this one is just going to spin around. It's going to do a wheelie donut from all of this. That's not how any of it's supposed to work. It's quite impressive. Definitely not how it's supposed to work. Zreno on the long drive has run over a rabbit and things have got a little bit glitchy. And this is very much a case of don't interact with the glitch, because now you've made things 10 times worse. It's going to fly around, and even better, you couldn't do it if you tried. It's managed to land on the roof of a building. Yep, none of that's how it's supposed to work, but it is impressive. JustJackJ is up next on the long drive. They are barreling along at very high speeds when things go wrong, as they often do, with a big front flip, and then a big pause, and then a very slow descent towards the ground until suddenly it's not a slow descent, and now you're very dead. Yep, That's not how that's supposed to work. That's a bad day for everyone. RC Cookie is next on Motortown. Now, they are mostly minding their own business as they head around when a tow truck gets angry at them, clips the bumper of their the tow truck goes flying. The vehicle it was towing doesn't really care too much. It almost balanced on a building. Did come back down and land, but yeah, I wasn't actually paying attention. I don't know who quite had the right of way. They didn't see what the traffic lights were or anything. But, yeah, whoops. Downunda Thunda is up next on Beam. Now, they are playing around with a mod for this. You've got kind of the Le Mans circuit, a Gumpert Apollo vehicle. When we have a return of the absolutely terrifying, is it the GT1 kind of style blowovers for the car? I think there was a tiny little bump that was just enough to get the front end up into the sky, and yeah, very big accident indeed. Yeah, huge crash. LMP Gnome is up next. Oh, what a throwback. I do like the Rallysport Challenge series. I think it's the first time we've seen a clip from this game in this series. Wonderful old game, this. They're going for, well, a spot of rallying with a Peugeot. And the game might be old, however, you can still go for a very big accident on this when it goes wrong. That's many tumbles and rolls, and it's off a tree and in a river. Yeah, that's, it's not quite the roll and carry on that you sometimes get to see from rally games. Nope, that was just a big off. And found a river. Nace Windu is up next on iRacing. Everything is going fairly normal for this race. However, a little bit of contact for a couple of the trucks ahead leads to the number 9 at an awkward angle, bounces off the wall, and the poor truck the camera's following had nowhere to go and then got spat back the way it came from, essentially. That's also some questionable physics. Very unfortunate for the truck the camera's looking at. You've got nothing you can do, really, about that one. But, yeah, pinged at a weird angle around the circuit. A RageNClear is up next on Flatout 2. We've got a different type of oval racing. I mean, it's always going to be a crazy sort of oval race on Flatout. The white car bounces off the wall, spins down, and then it's a huge huge number of rolls for the car that we are riding on board with. Unfortunately, game kind of resets the cars too quickly. I don't know if it went to the grandstand or whether it was because it was rolling so much, but either way, shame it kind of reset it because that was on for a lot of rolls. Two-stroke for me is on a Assetto Corsa, first of all, with the very dodgy AI rejoin, getting incredibly lucky here with the Lancia. Yeah, not a good way to rejoin. However, that's not the only incredible lucky moment. A little bit further around, and there's another almost tremendous accident. I mean, that is unbelievably close. That is just, it's the worst corner to go. It's so fast through here in these sort of cars. In any case, it's a fast corner, especially in a Group C racer, to come around a corner to find a vehicle spinning and it's spot the gap. I think it's a different, well, I'm not sure what the car on the outside is. There's a Lancia on the inside. I don't think it's an LC2. That was the first one. But yeah, so AI car got a bit too ambitious, went for an overtake, couldn't do it. And as it sort of spins around, one of the Lancias slows down, and that is the player car, that Porsche that shoots through the gap. I mean, it definitely tagged the car, but it's you know, fairly lightly. So yeah, ambitious manoeuvre didn't quite come off as often is the case at that part of the circuit. The Lancia really slows down on the inside, and then it's just that. It's like, slowed down, it doesn't look too bad, but that's at some serious speed right there, and the Porsche gets away with it amazingly. Twice in one race. Mr. Ricardo is the final of the day on Live for Speed. Now, they downloaded a mod for some modern Formula 1 cars for this game, all very well and good. Fortunately, the AI didn't quite know how to drive them. Oh dear. That's not how it's supposed to go. There's just cars everywhere. Yep. That's not how it's supposed to work at all. But there we go. That is going to be it for this episode. As ever, if you have clips you'd like to submit to this series, you can via a Google form. There'll be a link in the description. All the rules and how it works can be found on there. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching. And until next time, goodbye.